1:20 to go. Fleet looks pretty orderly, Dave, doesn't it? And about the right distance away from the line.
I think we'll be right. I'm surprised that we've still got so many up towards the boat here, but I think they'll put the bow down now. Still got a minute to go.
Yeah, the line's not a minute long, so you know the choices are still open, but you've got to find a lane and not necessarily that easy to do because of the wing width, amongst other things, and the bowsprit length.
I mean, one of the things I was always very concerned about at the start, Bucko, was who was underneath me. I think if you're a front runner or a favourite, you always used to like a sort of a large handicap boat to leeward, knowing that you'd be able to get a lane off the start line. So
that's right.
I think Jack McCartney might be working on the same program there.
Woody, just forward a bit, mate. That's good there. Yeah, so, I mean, here we go. Ooh. Just coming to the last 10 seconds. Shaw and Partners got the pin.
Winning group slow.
Grab the pin. Winning group midline, more or less. We're off. All good. Well-behaved fleet, really.
Yeah. 1-0 to Doro there, mate.
Yeah, and Jack McCartney in row F on the Tech 2. Bit disappointing. But as predicted, Yandu at the windward end. How about that?
I think row F, you're being generous.
Yandu in easterly at the windward end. But the
struggling to pull three strings, Buggo.
The header quickly exerts itself. Yeah, rig looks a bit dusty. The other blokes out in the stream are nice, comfortable 3 strings. Less wind, but right-handed on this edge where we are.
Johnny Winning's still got a bit of right-hander above him here, if he can hold up for a bit longer.
And a good puff. Wow. Yeah, no choice there. So, David, as we speak, Shaw and Partners leading, probably from Royal Oak, 4 Pines. Appliances Online in the hunt and winning group. But Yandu probably leading the race momentarily.
I think right at this moment, but he's going to end up with his bow down. I think Shaw Partners and winning group will be the top 2 here when they come out of Bradley's. Quite
a bit of traffic at Bradley's for the viewers. Large commercial cat going in, a white pleasure ship going out, a big bargey spectator thing coming down. The barge is going to cause some trouble here. But the boys have got it under control. Shaw and Partners gone the other side. Winning group.
Shaw and Partners are going to lead easy here, Bucko.
Yeah, no, correct. Oh, and winning group taking a duck around the bow. That's gutsy play. No risk involved in that one, Dave.
Well, I certainly can't be. I can't be critical of that one, Bucko. I think I might have something to do with the orange diamonds that began on the ferries a few years ago, or a few decades ago, should I say?
Yeah. So Shaw and Partners leads, winning group second. Yeah, they're just going to cross the Royal Oak 4 Pines third. And the truth of the header comes to pass. The compression and header against Bradley sees Yandu back in about 8th, I would say.
I don't know how close Doro's going to be to the distance rule here, but he's having a crack.
I think the distance rule might be, honoured in the breach here, Doug.
I can guarantee you, Buggo, if that was me, I'd be getting hammered on Facebook already.
So the smeg a little closer than we thought after coming back from the left edge here.
Well,
that tells you that they're actually going through the water pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think Shaw Partners and Winning Group did a great job going so far to the right last time.
Yeah, just let the less tax rule, mate, I think.
Yeah.
Breeze looks better on this edge than the other edge now too, though. So if I was a betting man, I'd say these 2 left-hand boats should make a gain here on the left edge. probably 2 knots more wind, and just up around just 14 knots probably where we are on the camera cut, travelling with Shaw and Partners. So winning group crosses Shaw and Partners after their bad tack. The winning group leads. Powerboat down the middle, cruising catamaran down the middle. All sorts of spectator nonsense. Oh, and not on shot, but the Smeg in the tide over to the right.
I actually saw that. I think Monty didn't get across the boat there.
So winning group leads Royal Oak Four Pines by about 4 boat lengths. Yeah, nice tack in the compression off George's Head. Not going to lay. Breeze too much east. But the cross coming up with Four Pines. Four Pines has lost out in the middle. These guys have gained. Davey, just have a shot. Just go. You know, the mainsail looks terrific. Jib depth's pretty good. Maybe a bit fat at the bottom stripe, but
this Royal Oak's going through the water.
Royal Oak is smoking and not going to spear them, but very close. Wow. Back to... So the Royal Oak will go to the ley line, Dave, so they may well be able to lead here if they get the ley line correct to the windward mark. Well, them and Shaw and Partners.
Yeah, well, winning group's got 2 more tacks, so that's going to hurt.
Yep. And Shaw and Partners will press Royal Oak here, so Royal Oak will tend to end up overstood. Winning group tacking early, which is a good thing to do, I think. Royal Oak smoking along, David.
Yeah, quite impressive, huh?
And now he's asking Shaw and Partners, can we please tack, sir? That's done.
Another bad tack, huh?
Yeah, no, the tacking has not been great. So the Royal Oak tacks, slightly better tack, winning group tacks.
Still not laying.
They're not laying, no, he's laying, I think. And sorry viewers, I was pointing to the Royal Oak Four Pines. So the wind direction about 045 here versus normal 030 down the middle of the harbour. Yeah, no, he needed to press hard forward on the winning group and tack on the lee bow if he could, but oh well. Winning group back in the lead if he ever lost it, which I probably doubt actually.
Mrs. Witt obviously excited. We put our money on the winning group.
Yeah, not a bad call. Shaw and Partners coming in over Stewart, causing a bit of damage.
He doesn't mind upsetting people, Doré, does he?
His accuracy on the ley lines isn't too good either, you know, on average. So
Central Coast boy, they're all a bit rough. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
My boys are Central Coast boys. All a bit rough.
All a bit rough. Oh, wow, great set on the Royal Oak.
Wasn't it?
A beauty.
We might just watch a few more come around and set here, Bucko, and then we'll chase them again, eh?
I think that's how it works. So the Reagan Famish up into 4th, that's a pretty good effort, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your mate, Captain Jack Sprague on the Dalzotto in 6th. Appliances 7th, Appliances Online 7th. Tech 2 8th.
Oh, winning group very light there now, Bucko, and having to jibe out as well.
That's right. So we see. So, and that gives a good signal to the Royal Oak guys. They will know that to just go VMG down here for a while, get as wide as they can. And on the cross here, they're now behind Reagan Famish, just had to luff up to get that done. But they'd still be liking their chances, you'd think, Dave, wouldn't you?
you'd have to give it a crack from there. I'll tell you what, Rag and Famish with Coco on the wheel, they've probably come forward up from where they were at the start. They're probably the boat that's come forward the quickest.
More wind coming.
Is it the YA or is it the totem pole now, Bucko?
It's the YA.
If it's the YA, they have all sorts on here. They'll get there, but...
Oh, Herman's looking pretty chilled about it. But there's more wind coming. Big header with pressure. And the blokes behind are going to have to pull theirs off.
Yeah, they're going to be gone here. They get round here, they're gone. Just flag it and get round.
Wow, it's great, isn't it? Oh, dear.
Okay. Should we point back? Yeah.
Yeah. So, second with a, 30 second gain at least there to winning group. Shaw and Partners Financial Services second. The Rag is going to get here third, just flapping into the mark. And the 4 Pines Royal Oak got the rough end of the pineapple. Back to fourth. Kitchen Maker fifth, Appliances sixth.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with Royal Oak there was I think they did 2 more jibes than everybody else down there, Bucko.
Yeah, and his spinnaker doesn't look too good either, Dave. We might have a look at that in the bottom reach.
Yeah, a little round, would you say?
No, the luff's a bit like the luff's a bit too long, and the entry is down low, is a little too fine as a result. A bit like you got the pole too high. Back in the olden days when we had poles,
Is it? It looks like my eyesight's gone from watching computers in boats going around the world, Bucko, but I don't think he's even full hoist there on that. That could be part of the problem.
No, it's just got a dark coloured head patch.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good. Anyway, here we go. The other bloke's here struggling to the mark in a puff.
It's a complete ragathon here.
Yep.
Appliances online, good job. Handles the boat well, Brett Munster, doesn't he?
No, he's pretty reliable.
Yep.
A beautiful puff and on the lay line. So that's all pretty cool. Winning group soaking now. Shaw and Partners pressing. Interesting. Divergence of opinion about how to approach. Shaw and Partners can't get overlap though, surely. No. So they'll be happy to drop early, duck. Too high on the mark though. Have to run square. Have to jibe almost.
That's poor. That's poor.
Yeah, didn't need to do that, boys.
When he had pressure, he could have put the bow down under him and then had a better rounding him and been right on him there. He's given him another couple of boat lengths there.
18-footers do not run square. Still, they're back in touch.
Yep. Boat race.
Good pressure here at the headland though, Doug.
Yeah, pretty happy Mrs. Witt's money's on the winning group right now, but long way to go.
They're not mucking around either, pressing hard in.
Just attack on the winning group. Quite good. I think probably the big difference between the two has been the way they've tacked the boat up here, really. I mean, sure, part of that was a better tack last time, but still not as good as these guys. And as we know, Bugger, you lose so much in attack in these 18-footers, don't you?
Yeah, a good tack's about 6 seconds and a bad one's about double or worse. So breeze up a little on average, looking upwind now, Dave. Yeah, that probably as much as anything, the appearance of the water from the tide ebbing a bit, one notch up from the first beat, a little stronger current going upwind. Up close and personal with...
It cross the shore partners quite easily here. Go halfway between here and Shark Island and a big one back into the left-hand shore, Buggo. And
yeah, only way to go.
I think
best wind and most left-hand air. And
here we go.
Tacking. Okay. So AOL, as we've noted, had won some races fairly convincingly earlier. Won 2 races in one day with big rig in though. Second sail, not looking quite so good. Mainzer looks good though, Dave.
Mainzer looks very good. I tell you what, they they're not the skinniest boys, are they? So they're doing a good job to be here in sort of the bottom end of this rig range.
Yeah, having to really get going here to get out of the dirty air of rug and famish.
Yeah, I think that's Phil Marshall in the bow there, another boy from the Shire.
Be able to make a rugby league team if you're not careful. The Cronulla Sharks. Gee.
What a day that was. What a day that was, Bocco, eh?
Woody just inviting Charlie Deepman for a beer. So the winning group is around the mark. Shoot up. Time ticking. Pretty good set too, actually.
Well, I think that's, you know, I mean, the guys will go and watch the video, Bucko, and they'll talk about how fast the winning group is. But as we saw up the first work, there's really not much in it. You know, it's just every time they tuck, they do it a little bit better. They set the kite a bit better. They dropped it a bit better. All those little ones just add up. And then how are we looking on time here, boys? Got to be over two. Going to be over two, isn't it?
No, Dave, I don't think so. Shore Partners on the lay line.
Yeah, we've got Shore Partners on the screen here on the set.
1:30, Dave.
1:30. Jibe set on the Shore Partners. That's the play, but as you can have a look on the screen, it's a big difference between that set and the set on the winning group. And then while they're there, we call that in 100-footer downtime. Downtime, no good, no good. Opposition doing 15, 16 knots in the right direction, and you're doing 6. AOL around. Shore Partners up and going now. Yeah, well, we've got Phil Armour in the bow hanging onto the chute. He's a bit of a legend sailmaker of the killboat scene. Struggling for pressure with these little rigs here.
Yeah, Maubrey's out in the middle, Dave.
Yeah.
So they're into the Bradley's head zone now, these guys on Smeg. So they were on the riding lever earlier, so that's why they're back in the middle of the pack a bit. So this is Yandu with mains are probably a little too flat for the wind speed, but fairly light crew weight.
We certainly got no problem for pressure there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pity Finport's not here today because they do provide a pretty good benchmark. And probably, you know, you would have expected them to be top 3. But this would be a light crew. Ash Brooklyn doesn't weigh much and they're at full noise there. John Winning, not the tallest man in the world either. So this is the rag in 4th place. They've got about a 40-second deficit to Appliances Online in 3rd and another 20 seconds to Shore and Partners in 2nd. Winning group have gone.
Not a bad tack. Copy. You know how to do this all around the world. Catch a drone. But I didn't stop for them, Bucko. They had to catch it. We weren't slowing down.
No, of course. Anyway, the gap between those two boats and winning group now on screen. So about 2 minutes to winning group, we'd estimate. Got the clock on. Shore and Partners got 30 seconds over Appliances, perhaps something like 30 seconds anyway.
You quite easily lose 30 seconds going to Shark Island there, but in Rose Bay.
Correct. And winning group actually looking a little bit dusty as we speak. Got going again now. Good pressure now.
Might be a bit of a mental switch off.
Yeah.
I don't think 4 and 5 aren't going to change and 1's not going to change. So
Yeah.
let's just see if Van Munster can get hold of the Shore Partners here on the Appliances line.
So the Appliances Online, Phil Marshall and Kurt Tourist handling the sails for Eddie Van Munster. And they're making yards here, Dave, by
They
my
are.
view.
I think they are, and if you look further down the track, the winning group have just got pressure now, but they were very soft for about 30, 40 seconds down there, so I think full game on down here for these two.
Sure Partners has put all these eggs in this basket here. And if they get a good heading puff like happened last time, who knows? But I think Appliances has to go into BMG mode. And
I think he's just a little too far up there, I think. He's just... You never know. You never know what can come over the hill, though, do you?
No, he's on a beauty, though, Toad. Have a look.
Yeah, right.
He's in good bit of pressure. Oh. Waimea Bay upon us.
There you go.
Waimea Bay upon Shore and Partners as well. Good pressure for both boats. And Shore and Partners into the lull.
Here we go. And AOL on a little, just struggling to hold on to the puff, but Shore and Partners stopped here.
And they got to take some risk here, haven't they? But if it's sort of replicated the first time down, the high line probably is okay. And Shore and Partners past the highest bit of the hill now and got sort of reasonable VMG run pressure with good header. So
We just need someone up there to open the door, though, Bucko, and it can all change. Here we go. Big bow down on the Shore Partners.
yeah, that's called a good letdown, and more coming for AOL. The gap only about
Not enough.
15.
Not enough to be comfortable.
15 seconds. And
Big puff for AOL coming here too. We're on the Shore Partners.
yeah, let's
And-
go. Just laying. He'll get there with a bit of flapping if he has to. More wind coming from behind. Earning the dollars here, the forward hand.
Yeah, I'd like to see him trying to roll the chute a bit better there. This tight angle. There we go.
And maybe a bit more vang off, Dave.
Like about half a metre, I'd say.
Good thing we're so good. And a big bit of wind coming for these blokes. They're going to be in a bit of strife here. Let's give it the flapperoonie treatment. No, yes, no, yes. Maybe. Oh.
They'll get there, Bucko, but just. It'll be a flog, I think.
Yeah, no, they,
You got another big puff coming on him right on the mark here.
I reckon.
Done a nice job there. Nice job there to get around that.
And you can see they bore away 25 degrees, so that's a big bit of work.
Yeah.
The AOL on the face now of a good puff.
Just try and keep out of their way a little here.
Yeah, and AOL jibing, David. So,
Yeah, copy. And jibing in a puff on top of them, huh?
and Shore and Partners therefore jibing in a lull.
And quite a bit of pressure coming for AOL here.
AOL soaking now down to the line. Trying to get so bow to bow and soak.
Wow.
But still more jibing to come, so
I've lost races from both those positions, Buggo. I can't tell you who's going to get this.
no, it's difficult. AOL in front, but I have to jibe on the port at some stage.
See, Brett's got one leg in there, just trying to sort of
Yep.
VMG as hard as he can. There are three boys on the Shore Partners, a three-string, and I'd say he'd almost be able to jibe and cross him here if he gets one more bow down.
Finishing line about 500 metres downwind now, so both boats will have to jibe and probably jibe more than once. Shore and Partners back in front here, I think.
Yeah. It's always a problem with the high line. You get lifted under the island and...
Yep. So still close though, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, the AOL took every opportunity. They're on a header on port, but Shore and Partners will probably jibe. Yep. Shore and Partners will one more jibe on the starboard. Will get to the line.
This will be close.
It is close,
This will be close.
but I think Sure and Partner's still just in front. But they're a bit more constrained about when they must jibe. Appliance is in slightly better pressure now, further away from the land. AOL's across.
When you said that, Bucko, I just thought I'd be quiet.
Good.
Yep. I'm not sure jibing onto port when they did was the right thing there. I would have got on starboard. I would have gone and attacked him.
Yeah, interesting. Charlie a little bit.
Charlie Diekman, right in the wrong spot at the wrong time. That'd be the first time in his life.
Yeah, I don't think he caused any drama there, but it's close still. But Sure and Partners can't get back from there is the problem. The other guy is now, Blunt's online now with all the rights. And
I don't know, Munster looks soft.
yeah, because he's just had to get it through the dirty air of Sure
Yeah.
and Partners.
Yeah. You're right, though. He's got him pinned here.
He got him pinned out.
Just take him all the way past the finish line, Ham.
Yep. Sure and Partners going to jibe. Man, Munster going to a completed jibe, their worst jibe of the day.
That's
Sure and
gonna
Partners are going to beat him.
Yep.
How about that? Wow. Unfortunate AOL saved their worst jibe for the last jibe.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, brothers and sisters. Indeed. So Rag and Famish, Cocko, Rory Cox and Jacob Broom going to get a solid fourth, which is probably quite a good effort, I would suggest. And final jibe into the line. Tech 2 not too far behind.
Nice jibe on the rag. Really nice jibe on the rag there.
Yep.
Those young boys are doing a good job in the bow, on the sheet end.
Tech 2 a bit of an optimistic jibe angle here to the finish. Full soak. On screen. All good.
Yeah.
No, got a good header.
Got a
What
nice,
would I know?
nice angle, Jack.
What would I know? It's all nice. I'd say that augurs well for the Tech 2 though, Dave. If they went around the track with a jib unable to be bolted in,
Yeah. And
a couple of minutes worth there.
easily. And you know, Phil Harmer's filling in for the day. So I think you might find the Trent Barnabas on the Tech 2 in the future. So if Jack can contract him and keep working at it, they're definitely going to be a serious contender.
And the kitchen maker would be a bit disappointed with that, Dave, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they look quite good up the first work.
Yep.
Looked like they were maybe a fraction lower, but they were certainly had plenty of boat speed through the water. I just think they got lost. They got lost down that first run a bit and up the second work.
Yeah. And the Smeg trying to do a bit of dirty wind action. Coming in from the other side is Armour in Pittwater, who we also forgot about. Marine close actually, Dave, but just behind them. Smeg's going to win this fight, I think.
Why not?
And having been on the riding lever, that's actually probably not a bad result either in a sense. Although the riding lever is not the ideal way to sail these boats, is it? Oh, the kitchen maker, great. Oh no, didn't quite get it done, but good enough. Oh my goodness. Sorry, and the peloton turns up en masse here.
Oh! Photo.
Call for a photo. What do you think, Davey? Royal Oak, perhaps?
I think
now they're going to go in the tide. Oh.
I think the Royal Oak got it, but they probably wish they hadn't now. There's no fun on the lever.
Oh, they'll be happy. A little rest. So, Davey, thanks for your time and effort today. Good to hear in good spirits. Looking forward to you on the Legends Day. I must be not old enough to be a legend or something. Good luck for the Hobart race, brother. Enjoy you guys. From the Camercat today, John O'Witty, Piers Hasgard, Michael Chittenden, I'm Andrew Buckland. Hope you've enjoyed that.